some bigger guns available. It's just not a fun time when you start losing people because, well, crap. My biggest recommendation, if I could make one, I just realized I queued that up without realizing I didn't search it. So yeah, this first night, the infected will kind of just patrol around the outer perimeter of our area. We'll spot them and unspot them and whatnot. We get a free night. The only reason why I'm hanging out in the headquarters for the night, and we can also speed this up, is because I don't want to risk attacking them and using resources that I don't necessarily want to use anyways. Ammunition is not the most common thing, unless you're playing, funny enough, on the Chinese maps. It's quite comical in some regards. Alright, so the sun is getting ready to come up, so as we can see, these guys have dipped into these buildings, and they're going to hide away. We can start coming out and queuing up our scavenging orders again.
Ready for action. On my way.
Now you always want to get your squads out of the headquarters in this early phase like this. You always want to get them out first before the civilians start leaving, because they will actually get stopped by the civilians leaving the headquarters, because it's a queue to get out of the headquarters.
Another one incoming.
So I actually recommend
Get up and off to your duty.
getting them out as quickly as possible first thing in the morning to prevent that from being a problem. Okay, I wonder how that played out. Okay, so we are gathering resources. We're gonna actually take some people off of here, and we're gonna start adapting our shelters, and then we're actually gonna go ahead and hold off on a warehouse initially.
This night was easy, but there are sure to be some infected around here. We should build some defenses before the next nightfall.
Agreed. Let's build a wooden tower.
Building clear.
Boss, we're running out of space for resources. We have to build a warehouse.
Okay, we'll build one.
So we're actually going to go ahead and hold off on the warehouse for this initial minute. We're going to go ahead and, of course, that tree is going to block us. We're going to go ahead and start setting up the initial perimeter. Now, this initial perimeter is meant to be twofold. It's meant to be the early, oh crap, we don't want to die. Also, Z and X to rotate. We don't want to die initially. But also from the perspective of being able to protect our initial buildings. The wall gives you the ability to react. It's not there to stop the infected, it's there to slow the infected. Which then gives you the ability to then react to threats by getting your squads to the location as quickly as possible. And then we'll just place a couple watchtowers around the perimeter. There's a little bit of a gap there. So let's go and put another tower there. So that should give us almost perfect cover. Actually, yeah, with the inclusion of the headquarters, or let me rephrase, with the inclusion of our squads jumping from building to building, all the different defensive positions on the perimeter, perfect little setup right here. And this will be the initial redoubt. This will be what I refer to as the citadel. This is your initial area where you build up. You have this concentrated defense that acts as a fallback point. This is where all your housing is going to be. This is where all your storage is going to be. Your squads will be able to resupply and whatnot and fight from this area. It's just a good little setup to have in the initial bit.
No more to find.
So our next task is to get as much wood going as fast as possible.
There's nothing left. There are signs of smoke. It's coming out of a building. I think there might be some people there. I recommend we go and investigate.
Let's investigate.
All right, so
Reporting.
this is our first
Roger.
encounter with signs of human life. So let's go ahead and
Operator,
head on
waiting
that
orders.
way. So this initial redoubt will help with just protecting our again, our housing and our storage. This is primarily where we're going to have that. We'll have our research center in this area, most likely. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure yet.
We're on the move.
I might just keep this, like, single warehouse with a bunch of housing initially. And then as we expand the redoubt, you know.
We're on the move. Clear.
Now, the advantage of having a singular storage, and this is kind of why I don't like building a warehouse right off the rip, is
Reporting.
this allows you to centralize your construction materials. So
Clear.
it is kind of nice having this. This is why I wish I could move resources, because if I could have a warehouse that's designated for construction materials, then it would be even better. But it just speeds up construction because units are moving from point to point like that.
Sir, we just found a car that looks drivable. Let's try to make it run again.
Okay, try it.
Alright, so encounter with our first functional vehicle. After the squad is finished looting this house, we'll go ahead and send them over to it. This will help speed up our loot runs immensely.
Search done. Reporting. On my way.
And what this will allow us to do is send the squad further for different things.
Chief, we found some survivors. They've been living in terrible conditions for the last few years. We could bring them in, but will we be able to feed them?
Bring them in.
Ready for action.
Yes, we're going to bring them in. So that's an extra 5 people that are going to be coming into the community right now, which is what we're lacking most of all is hands to do work. So we definitely need more people. Let's go ahead and just queue them up to do this little area right here and then head back home. And we're almost finished looting the initial neighborhood. Oh, there was a lot of ammo here. Alright, so our first living quarters is up.
I've missed driving so much. This will help speed up our scavenge. Waiting orders, and we can run over the infected if they get too close.
Well, we're gonna see.
We're on the move.
Alright, let's have them run over here and start looting the stores. Oh, and there's another car right there, so we'll go ahead and get that tomorrow, I think. Yeah, we'll grab it tomorrow. So as you can see on the map real quick, you'll see these icons indicate points of interest. Like, for example, shop or restaurant, findable resources, canned food, first aid kits, scientific materials, basic tools. This one, we can find ammunition, pistols, assault rifles. these points of interest are basically you're guaranteed to get some of that resource out of that point of interest, whereas everything else is kind of randomized to a degree. There's a basic category of resources that it has, but you get the gist. It's really important to try to get these points of interest as much as possible.
On my way.
Early, I should say, because it will help. It'll help you from having issues with food early on. All right, so we got more people. We need to queue up more wood gathering. So let's go ahead and queue that up.
Clear.
We still need more housing. I think this should.
Let's do it. Operator, going there. Waiting orders. On my way. Reporting.
Our worker can't reach the destination.
We're on the move.
Now, another advantage of cars is that it acts as a mobile weapons platform. Your squads can shoot from the vehicle, but only 3 of them can. The 4th guy, because he's driving, cannot. But it's definitely a good little, oh, hey, give these 3 guys that are not driving assault rifles. And then next thing you know, you're sitting pretty. Do we have anybody left in the headquarters? Yes, we do, but we're not going to worry about that just yet. We're going to go ahead and start building up the perimeter, and then we'll get another housing unit set up for people to live in. Now, the wood palisade is not a strong defensive structure. It is a basic, very early defensive structure. It's not going to be anything impressive. It's not going to be anything cute. It's just going to be something that keeps you alive. Now, what we're also going to do is we're actually, I didn't think about this initially. No, not fortified gate. I did that out of reflex. We're going to put a gate on this side as well.
There are some infected around here.
Because this will allow people to come out this way. Just both sides being able to actually maneuver properly. And then we just are waiting for the attack. So the second night you will be attacked.
Sir, it's almost nightfall. You can already see some infected coming out of there. There are some infected around here.
Okay. Get ready to defend the zone.
Operator, let's do it.
Now I'm going to show you guys something we can do to act as a means to keep the infected from attacking the blueprints. Because in the current build, I don't know if they'll change this eventually. Hopefully they do, because this is kind of annoying. The blueprints can be destroyed by the infected. I would prefer if they didn't. I would really just wish the infected would just walk straight through it, even when it's partially constructed, because it's like, okay, come on, this is annoying, having to re-queue things, having to send a squad over to pick up the resources that are dropped on the ground and everything, etc., etc. Please, dear freaking God, make it so we can change this. Or make that change, because it's just so annoying. But what you can do is you can use your vehicle squad to distract the infected into pathing after them.
Let's do it. Going there.
Rather than sitting there and just running amok through your blueprints. It really helps, like, a lot.
There are some infected around here. On my way.
So we'll go ahead and just put these guys all into the headquarters so that we get all the effective fire out of them.
They're gone.
And you might have noticed right there when the infected were back here, the damage was very low, very slow, and then as they got closer, they ramped up. There is a thing here where you look at skills here. These guys are all rookies, so their minimum hit chance is plus 0%, effective shooting distance plus 0%, scavenging speed plus 0%. As your squad members level up, they become more effective at hitting their targets at range. So the closer the enemy gets, the easier it is for them to hit. Eventually, when they get to veteran, which is the highest rank so far that I've encountered, they will get the ability to just absolutely devastate enemies at longer range, especially with the assault rifles. Sniper rifles are not currently in the game. Same thing with shotguns. But we're only gonna use the vehicle squad when the infected come in from a different angle. If they come in from this angle, we're just gonna leave the squads in the headquarters.
There are some infected around here. There are some infected around here. Receiving. We're on the move. We're on the move. Let's do it. We're on the move. They're gone. Going there.
And we're just waiting.
There are some infected around here. Another one incoming!
I'm just gonna try running it at 2 speed instead of 4 speed, because 4 speed is just
Horde spotted!
it's a little harder to react at 4 speed.
Let's do it. Waiting orders.
Alright, and then we're gonna go ahead and
Roger.
send this squad over here.
Waiting orders.
This
Going there.
squad's gonna go ahead and hit these buildings.
Hostiles inbound. Ready for action. Roger.
And this squad is gonna come back over here.
Hostiles inbound. On my way.
Wipe that sleep off your face and get to work.
Ready for
Ah,
action.
yes, I forgot about this other car.
Let's do it.
Let's go grab that. Alright, cool. So we are back to
There's
work.
no way in sight.
And we're gonna get our perimeter. Most of the perimeter should go up tonight, or today, I should say. We just got to keep the wood coming in, and then we'll be happy. Now, the other advantage of having the centralized location for all the building supplies is that the workers are able to go in between the locations very quickly.
Chief, we just found an assault rifle. This will come in handy against large hordes. Let's just not waste too much ammo on nothing.
Use it with caution.
Building clear.
So we're going to go ahead and swap that out so that one of them's using it.
There's nothing left.
The detail or the audio hint, yeah. The audio hint that they give you there with, you know, the assault rifle using more ammo, it is true because it does attack faster than the pistol, but if you notice, it does a lot more damage and has a lot more range than the pistol. It is a very, very, very cost-effective weapon. And so it is very much a case of, yes, it will use a little more ammo, but if you're scavenging enough, like you should be, you'll be fine. So these guys are searching up these points of interest here. As soon as these guys are over here, we'll have them start searching these points of interest since they're over here anyways.
Chief, the survivors that we took in, they have some important info that we could use. They speak of various kinds of infected animals that they encountered, and other groups of survivors too. But they've lost people recently. It'll take some time for them to integrate. Let me find some jobs and shelter for them.
Okay, let them rest.
action. Ready for the ride. We're on the move.
Alright. Let them hit up those
Over.
restaurants.
Reporting.
And I would just like to comment how, like, stereotypical, like, this whole setup is. Like, obviously this is an interstate that runs through here, or not an interstate, but like a major highway, like, that runs through this area. You know, this is probably a McDonald's. Oh no, it's a Chick-fil-A. This is a Burger King. This is an Arby's. What are you? A bank. Of course, there's always a bank on the corner. And yes, you can see what locations. The Grilled Cheese Company. My stepfather absolutely loves that place. LA Fitness. Oh God, LA Fitness. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Such a pompous fucking gym. I used to go to LA Fitness. Bank of America. Oh God. Rite Aid. Okay, I can respect. M&T Bank. Ew. Like, ew. Ew. Oh, it's a liquor store. I wonder what we could make here. Please give us Molotovs. Yes, I would love to see ordnance in this game, like Molotovs, hand grenades, etc., etc. That'd be kind of great. All right, so we just finished our first defensive structure. Now, what you can see here is that we have 3 weapon options available currently. We have bows and arrows, pistols, and assault rifles. Initially speaking, we are going to want to switch all of our defensive structures to bows and arrows. The reason being is because we don't have enough guns to go around for our defensive structures and our squads. We kind of need to play a little bit with the rationing game for a while. So it's kind of going to be important that we try to keep that copacetic.
Let's do it.
To all members, the infection is in decline. Scavenge.
Alright, so I'm not going to go through this right here. If you want to check out all the little dialogues, go ahead and do that.
Chief, this is the same transmission we received before, but the signal is even weaker. Our walkie-talkies are not powerful enough for long-range communication. We have to build a large antenna. A local library or university would be a good place to search for information on how to make it work.
Let's go there.
Waiting orders. Sir, we've spotted some people. They're probably armed. They could have seen us too, but I can't tell if they're friendly. What should we do?
Alright, so this is a situation where we're going to say treat them as hostile.
Treat them as hostile.
Ready for action. No more to find. Chief, on my way. I
There's no
found
way
some
in
seeds
sight.
in one of the buildings. It looks like grain. We're on the move. There were some farming tools as well. Maybe we could use this to start cultivating the land again.
Okay, bring that in.
We should have a place where we can
On my
cook
way.
meals for our citizens. This will make our people much happier, too.
We're on the move.
Okay, let's build a cookhouse.
Alright, and because I kept getting interrupted by the dialogue there, these group of guys that are armed, they are bandits. They pure and simply